what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more.
Yo, what is up, fellas? We are back. Happy Wednesday. Good to be back and live again. And I tell you what, man, we got a meaty stream here today. We've got some news to hit. We've got some actual football stuff to talk about, like actual events happening. We've got some contract extensions. Training camp has started. There's a lot to dive into, as well as the much anticipated. This is something I've been looking forward to for a minute now. The NFL Trivia Gauntlet. Caden has put together just maybe like 15 or so NFL trivia games for me to play, something crazy like that, and we're going to take them all on. But as always, you know the drill. If you're in here, feel free to say hello in chat. I'm not going to lie, I don't know why chat is looking like that right now on y'all's screen. I know you can probably see it off to the side. I don't know why it's like in dark mode, but then not. Obviously, y'all can't like see the text. Honestly, I'm just going to hide this. I thought it was going to be a black text and like y'all could still see it. Whatever, man. We'll make it work. We're just going to do this for now. We move, right? Look at that. We don't need chat up today. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Jack made a game for me as well to play if I want. You know what? Say less. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what? Drop the link in chat, man. I'd love to do it. You know what? The more games, the merrier. Absolutely. Let's go. Dude, I love when... I know Game Solved has done that before, too. You've made a few quizzes for me to play. Caden's always cooking stuff up. I do love me a little surprise game. A little extra treat be thrown in there. So let's go. That's awesome. But how are you doing, Jack? How have you been recently? It's been a couple of weeks since I've been live. You getting excited for the season? Because I tell you what, man, I sure am. I mean, bullets are kind of starting to fly now with training camp. Unfortunately, with training camp, that also means some injuries, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But beyond just that, I mean, dude, there is actually like so much that I want to talk about. I feel like so much has happened in the past few weeks that I want to get into. You'll send me the link on Discord. Say less. Let's go. I love that. That's awesome. Absolutely. But I've been good. You know, I'm like in a weird space right now where I'm like kind of... I feel like summer is like over, and it's funny because it's not even August yet, right? But I genuinely think, and this is going to sound crazy, 25-year-old man saying this, by the way. Well, first part is understandable, but I genuinely think what makes me feel like, oh my gosh, summer is over, is the World Cup ending, which, okay, makes sense, right? I'd been looking forward to the World Cup for a while. It was a pretty good tournament, can't complain, a lot of great games. And I just watch so much of it. That's such a summer fixture when it's going on, right? The other thing, and this is so stupid, but you know what? I have no shame admitting this, that I partaked in this. Me and Christine were consuming this. But Love Island being over, like, it's like, wow, no World Cup and no Love Island. Like, summer's really winded down, man. I've got grad school starting soon. School is starting back up in Georgia next week. Like a lot of the Georgia public schools start soon. Again, it's like not even August yet, but for me, it feels like summer's over. It's just kind of hot now. All the summer vibes are gone. So, you know, I've been a little sad about that. Not actually. I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but the bright side is football, man. It's really right around the corner. I mean, I'm looking at the ESPN website right now. We've got the Hall of Fame game, like, a week from now, August 6th. Come on now, man. Come on now. We got Eagle-Eyed in here as well, saying great thumbnail, Doc. You know what? I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you, man. I clearly worked very hard on that one. I was actually originally going to use the Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast, if you know the thing I'm talking about, where he's going like, right? But I couldn't find a high enough resolution version of it to like put it into Canva and turn it into a transparent PNG. So I saw the Sheen one. I was like, you know what, this gets the same point across, and if anything, it's like even maybe a little bit more cursed. I was trying to go for like as cursed as possible with this thumbnail. That was kind of the vision with it, so we'll take it. Mogged? Yeah, Jimmy did kind of get mogged by Sheen a little bit. Hey, real Neutron heads know. Sheen secretly a genius? Planet Sheen, anyone? Good times, man. Dude, I loved Jimmy Neutron as a kid, which explains a lot. All right, let's get into some news before we undergo this trivia gauntlet. And I'll pull up the Discord as well to get into that too. But again, we're going to hide chat because unfortunately, just not cooperating with us today. But you know what? We move. That's all right. We'll make it work either way. Look at me resizing on the fly. Come on now. Ah! This is the real riveting stuff that y'all come to see, right? There we go. Much better. But we've got the ESPN NFL page pulled up. It's been a minute since we've done that, save for like reacting to top 10 lists. And there's a few things that we'll have to go off website for to talk about. There's some interesting news that has come out in the past couple of days that, look, I don't know. I'm not like the biggest tinfoil hat guy in the world, and like I don't know every specific of what happened, but also it is a little strange how something that we're going to talk about is not amongst the top headlines. Just a little curious for me. But anyways, as I was alluding to earlier, we've had a lot of training camp injuries so far. Feels like more than normal already. And I mean, it's not even been like 24 hours yet. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy and maybe someone could like pull up some numbers. But I feel like there's been so many big injuries in training camp and like these early round practices already. Bengals defensive end Shamar Stewart going down. Brutal hit, man. I mean, he's a guy that they're really counting on to maybe break out here in year two, especially bringing in Boye Mafe and Dexter Lawrence. You hope that with all the tools that Shamar Stewart had, that, hey, maybe, just maybe, we could start to unlock something. I mean, he was not productive at all as a rookie, but, you know, there's some stuff going on with that. He dealt with some injuries. He didn't necessarily play it 100% through the whole season or anything like that. And you knew he was going to be a project, but that's tough, man. I mean, he's a guy kind of like Anthony Richardson where he just really needs to get reps in NFL games. And, well, he's not going to be getting them now. I haven't seen the video. I've heard it's brutal, though. I've heard the video is like borderline disgusting. I've heard it's pretty bad. So that one's a bummer. That one, it's tough. I mean, any injury is tough, but especially for someone like Shamar Stewart who needs to get out on the field, that's tough. This one made me really sad. Brian Bresee feared to have torn an ACL. This one happened today as well. Bresee is a guy who's really started to come on for the Saints. I mean, this was a sneaky good defense last year. His stats aren't eye-popping, but the role that he plays in this Brandon Staley defense with all the light fronts that they have, right? They want to take away the big plays, but they also want to stop the run. There's a lot on his plate that stats don't necessarily show. He was a great space eater. He would penetrate. He could play the run pretty well. He was really starting to turn the corner. He was fairly irrelevant to start off his career, kind of like a head-scratching pick, but starting to turn it on a little bit. I mean, 7.5 sacks in 2024 as well. Really good interior defensive lineman, and especially with the way that Brandon Staley runs his defense. This is a big loss, man. I'm actually really bummed about this. This doesn't completely dampen my Saints hype because I am still like psyched out of my mind for this offense, and I think the division is very winnable. I do think this does like ding their division hopes a little bit. This is a pretty significant injury in my opinion. This is a real bummer. We'll see for sure, but I mean, it sure looks like he tore his ACL. Jack is saying the Denzel Ward deal just makes no sense to me. We can get to that next. That's right. Denzel Ward got paid by the Browns. We'll have to Google this as well. But the Browns dropping the bag, I kind of see what you mean about how it makes no sense to you. 2 years, $62.2 million for Denzel Ward, $52.3 guaranteed. Good player. Certainly monetarily speaking, this deal makes sense, right? He is a very good player. He's still amongst the best in the league at his position. And what, he's, if I had to guess, like maybe 28 years old? 29 years old. Just turned 29, right? So maybe still a few good years of ball left in him. But I get what you're saying, Jack, in that when you look at the trajectory the Browns are on right now, I mean, they offloaded Myles Garrett. It is kind of maybe a tad head-scratching to kick the tires and, you know, get rid of Myles Garrett, but then also in the same swoop, you're going to bring back Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit, who they also signed today, too. I mean, I get what you're saying. It's a fine line to walk, right? You don't necessarily want to run out the worst team of all time. At the end of the day, these guys are competitors, and that includes the front office too. But, I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say, like, if you were going to trade Myles Garrett, you might as well trade Denzel Ward too. There's a corner needy team out there that you could like fetch a second or maybe even a first from, maybe a first, right? I mean, if you really want to play that game, you could cut some costs even more, get another draft pick. But the other end, they signed a good player, and it's not like a bad deal compared to market value. It's not terrible, but I do, spoilers, I do see what you mean, though. I absolutely do see what you mean. What's up, Henry? Appreciate you tuning in. You know, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm getting excited for football season. We're hitting some news, and then we're going to be going into the NFL Trivia Gauntlet, which I'm excited to take on. Saw a little spoiler there. I actually haven't looked at it yet, but Caden more or less just compiled a bunch of different NFL daily games, right? You know the vibes, and we're going to be hitting all those after we hit some of the news here, but we're chugging along, man. I'm getting excited. I've been starting to like plan out fantasy football strategies a little bit. I'm itching for football on my screen, you know, especially with the World Cup being gone now. Like, there's just such this sports void in my soul right now, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. But how are you doing? Good to have you back in here. I saw you're enjoying some baseball games earlier. This was the last week. That's pretty cool. Great place to take in a game. Eagle Eyes saying Tony Romo, my goat. Dude, apparently I haven't watched the video of like the body cam footage. I don't know. Apparently some people were like, who knows, maybe Tony has a case. I'm not going to necessarily weigh in on that too much. I don't know the full details of that situation, but yeah, man, that was what is up with these former quarterbacks turned announcers who are getting arrested? I mean, Mark Sanchez too. Yeah, tough. Henry sad about the Ricky Pearsall news. He was so high on him going into this year. Well, we can absolutely get into that next. That is kind of tough, man. This is another guy that just cannot seem to catch a break. Ricky Pearsall having another knee flare up. I mean, he's had knee injuries. He literally got shot. I mean, he has had trouble staying on the field, and it's a bummer because when he's out there, he looks pretty good. For someone his size, he moves really well. Kyle Shanahan seems to have a pretty good understanding of how to use him and how to get him into space, right? I mean, you look at the game logs, right? Raw stats, whatever, 528 yards. But you have to realize, like, he was not playing in every game, and he was not playing in 100%. Like, he was not at 100% in a lot of these games. I mean, dude, but he first started out the season with a bang, and he was nice in his rookie year too. He's a good player. I remember we were in some soft trade discussions in Fantasy Dynasty about him, and I totally get your stance of maybe having a little bit of cold feet about giving him up, because when he's out there, he is a good player, and that 49ers wide receiver room is wide open right now. And I tell you, if Pearsall misses significant time this year, that is a pretty bad blow to the 49ers. I mean, I know they brought in Mike Evans, but it is a pretty thin receiver core, all things considered. I mean, you're really counting on Pearsall to take a leap forward. Evans is a good player, but he's like 32 years old, and he's coming off a mega injured season as well. There's a real chance where you're looking at a lot of stuff on Deshaun Stribling's plate. You're looking at a lot of Christian Kirk. You're looking at a lot of Demarcus Robinson playing the X again. I mean, and Kittle's got stuff going on with his Achilles too. So, yeah, pretty bad news for the 49ers. We'll see how it all develops. But the fact that they're saying there's concern now and like exploring all options when it comes to the next step, that's pretty ominous language, if you ask me. That's kind of a bummer. Chris Brazzell banging up his knee too. Poor Panthers can't seem to catch a break. Nick Scorton went down with an injury a couple days ago too. He's a guy I'm really high on. And Mitchell Evans went down, one of their tight ends. Yeah, that is tough. Good question from Henry. Is there a chance the 49ers are sneaky bad? CMC has a ton of tread on the tires and Evans so injury prone. Plus the defense was pretty suspect last season. Dude, I'm glad you said this. I kid you not, literally yesterday, I was listening to an NFC West preview pod. And this is a take that I've been waiting to get off my chest for a while. And I kind of like soft launched it during my team tier list. I 100% agree with you. There's like a truly abhorrent, disgusting take that's like festering in my mind right now that I don't think I'll quite have the guts to like actually give come time for predicting the standings. But here's what, let's pull up the 49ers here. I do think, here's what I'll say. At the very least, I think there's a real gap between them and then the Seahawks and Rams up at the top, right? I think those are the two clear teams that are the class of the division. Even last year, the 49ers had a lot break their way. But at the end of the day, when you look at like them going up against the Seahawks, for example, when all the chips were down, right? Playing for the 1 seed, it was a 10-point game. It was not close. They did not have a chance in that game. Mike McDonald absolutely strangled that offense, as he's done throughout his entire career. Divisional round of the playoffs wasn't even close. I mean, it was over by halftime, right? They did beat the Rams that one crazy Thursday night game, but then the other Rams game wasn't even close, right? And you just look at, like, they had one of the easiest schedules in the NFL last year, and I think they went 5-1 in one-score games. And you're absolutely right about how, like, the defense is very suspect. This is a very, very thin team. And I've heard so many people say, well, you know, I mean, it's just incredible how the 49ers get so injured every year, but Kyle makes it work. Like, you know, they overcame injuries last year and they won 12 games and like, they won't possibly be this injured again. Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, you're absolutely right, Henry. Like, and I even said this last year, and I was maybe proven wrong by this a little bit because the 49ers did end up making the playoffs and won 12 games and everything. But to that, I always say, why are they so injured? Why are they so injured? Because this is a team that is built on a lot of aging veteran players with extensive injury history. This is what happens when you whiff on like 4 straight draft classes, right? I mean, your best players are Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Trent Williams on offense, and Mike Evans. All those guys are on the older side, considering their position. All these guys have dealt with a lot of injuries recently. I mean, yeah, of course they're hurt, dude. Nick Bosa's had injury problems going all the way back to college. And not to mention this defense, I mean, we literally saw it last year. It's literally Nick Bosa and Fred Warner and then just like praying that they stay out there. And I will grant you, it's probably unlikely that both Nick Bosa and Fred Warner go down for the entire season again this year. But it's not a very deep defense. It's one that's still very gettable in the run game. And like they brought Dre Greenlaw back, and it's like another old injury-prone player, right? Yeah, man. They probably will have like a lot of guys miss time, and because they're so thin, right? George Kittle misses 4 games. The run game completely nosedives because they just, as nice as Jake Tungus might have been filling in that role, he's not George Kittle, you know? I mean, Christian McCaffrey goes down in 2024. Their red zone offense is horrible. They just don't have the same amount of spacing. Sure, maybe you can get a phony 900 rushing yard season out of Jordan James just because Kyle will cook in the run game so much, but it's just not the same, right? If Evans misses 4 games, that receiver room is rough, man. I mean, there is talent. And the coaching staff is nice, and they've made it work before plenty of times. It's a fool's errand trying to count on all these guys staying healthy. I don't know, man. I think it's more likely than not that they're injured again. And it's not because of the electrical substation or anything funky like that. It's because it's a very old team that's played a lot of football games and had a lot of deep postseason runs. And they've got a lot of miles on them. Yeah, Mike Hill is still hurt too, and he's a guy that I really like, and I would love for him to be out there because I thought he showed a little bit when he did play, and I really, really liked him coming out of UGA, but there's just so many question marks. Here's what I'll say. I'll say this take now because I don't think I'll actually have the guts to give it come August when I'm like predicting the standings or whatever. Here's the disgusting, abhorrent take that's like kind of festering in my mind. And there's a really twisted part of me that is like begging to actually say this because there's like a small part of me that believes this. What if the 49ers finished last in that division? What if the Cardinals were better than the 49ers? That might sound crazy. I don't know. I don't think that's like the most ridiculous take in the world. I think there's absolutely a world where like the 49ers completely fall apart and the Cardinals aren't quite as bad as people think. To go back to this NFC West pod I was listening to yesterday, they're like, man, like Cardinals have no shot winning any of their divisional games. I don't know, man. I think they could take a game off the 49ers. I think they could take a game off the 49ers. Cardinals aren't horrible. I kind of like the Cardinals just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Preach, Jack says. I mean, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Jack also saying, I don't know how long my quiz will take. It really depends on the pace that you go. Well, hey. Sometimes that's how it be. Sometimes that's how it be. Eagle Eyes saying Kyle Shanahan getting injured in a car crash too. What a crazy segue into what has been one of the more bizarre stories that I've seen unfold this offseason. And we've seen already one bizarre story involving a head coach unfold this offseason. Okay, I don't want to be too conspiracy nut crazy or anything, right? But I just keep this in mind. It is a big story, in my opinion. This is pretty notable. Kyle Shanahan involved in a car accident with serious injuries and like limited him to the point where he wasn't even showing up for like the first day of training camp. Do you see it anywhere here? I mean, it was there earlier, I guess. I don't know. But still, there's like no updates or anything. So here's what's interesting. This came out a few days ago. I believe it was this weekend that Kyle Shanahan, it came out that he was involved in a car accident. And it's like, okay, this is kind of strange. Like, this is something that's a matter of public record, right? This is the one time I'm able to like actually use my experience as a newspaper reporter. Car accidents, stuff like that, matter of public record. If there's a police report, typically news outlets will get sent that stuff. You can access it really easily. This information is out there. So keep that in mind when I say it's very interesting how essentially 2 weeks pass before this like even comes out at all. This was out there for 2 weeks. This had happened, and yet there was no reporting whatsoever done on it. I think that's a little strange personally, just if you ask me. And then on top of that, we find out, I believe it was yesterday, Shanahan admits car crash was my fault. Accident report done wrong. A clerical error. I don't know, man. Look, I genuinely don't know what actually happened, but just from my limited experience as a reporter and just like putting two and two together a little bit, I do think it's just like a little sketchy that there would be a clerical error on something as important as who caused the accident, especially when you're talking about insurance getting involved and stuff like that. I don't know. To me, that's a little strange. Thankfully, all things considered, everyone's okay. I mean, Shanahan had some injuries, but like he's okay. The other person that was involved is okay. Thankfully, that is the case. And I will say respect to Shanahan for at least like coming forward and like owning up to it. But again, like who knows? Maybe the real story is about to break anyways. That's all I'll say. I don't have like any actual like I'm not predicting like like there was a cover up, but I think it is just a little fishy. That's what I'll say. It's just a little interesting. But that was one thing that really caught my eye. I was like, and I like started going down the rabbit hole a little bit more, and I still just like there's a lot of weird stuff with that story, and I'll leave it at that. Maybe more will come out in the following days, and we'll have more to talk about. But for now, I do think the way the whole situation is handled, let's just say this. Typically, if there was a car crash and it was going to be reported on by the news, like back when I was at the newspaper, I reported on public figures that got involved in stuff far more unsavory than a car crash. That information is out there like right away, and you just have to ask to access it. It's not like some secret stuff. That's what I'll say. I also saw a story about Vita Vea getting back into like actual football now. Vita Vea requesting a trade. I'm actually a little surprised that's still not up on ESPN. After this, we'll probably, there's one more thing I want to get into, but after this and this next mystery story, we'll get into the quiz gauntlet. But Vita Vea requesting a trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, it really does start to feel like the end of an era a little bit for Tampa. I mean, Mike Evans out the door, Levante David retiring. Again, this is just a trade request, nothing official yet. We don't know if he's actually going to get moved or not. Nothing ever happens. FC wins a lot of games still, right? Who knows? He still might be on the Bucs come September. But It was like a little surprising. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little surprised. Vita Vea, I obviously don't know the guy, but he never really struck me as the type of guy to request a trade. He always seemed to be happy in Tampa. But reports are saying that Vea prefers a West Coast team. I'm assuming like he's got family ties there, right? West Coast, a nice place to be, That's the reports saying he prefers a West Coast team. We're looking at potential team fits for him. Honestly, I'm surprised the Bills are not on here. That's the team that I would love to see make the move for him the most. I mean, they need a true space eater to stop the run. Brandon Beane just loves stacking up on 290-pound three-techs and being like, oh, we fixed the run defense, guys. I was like, nah. Ed Oliver's good at what he does, but you need a Vita Vea too, right? I'm a little surprised Buffalo's not on here for a team fit. I think if you're the Bills, you got to pony up and try and make a push right now. And like, this is like the literal perfect player for what you need right now to maybe finally put you over the top and hang with the big boys in the postseason. Raiders, Patriots. Patriots could be nice. Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, Vita Vea, that could move me a little bit. Chargers absolutely should be on the phone too. I don't know, man. Just knowing their GM Joe Ortiz, who's not very aggressive at all. I don't think this is likely, but this would absolutely make a lot of sense for what they need. Panthers, 49ers absolutely should be making a move for him too. I mean, I just talked about how suspect their run defense is. Osa Digizua was a nice get as a pass rusher, but he's a pure gap shooter. You need someone to eat space in the run game. Vea and Osa would complement each other pretty well. But I would love to see Vita Vea go to the Bills if he were to actually get traded here. Jack saying Tampa needs to blow it up, and Eagle Eyes saying the Bucs could be sneaky bad too. I kind of got mixed feelings about Tampa a little bit. I agree with you, Jack, that I think they're on the verge of blowing things up. I am a tad surprised that they brought back Todd Bowles. And I will say it is interesting seeing this Baker Mayfield contract situation play out in real time, right? They apparently are far apart on a deal right now, which is very interesting. And low-key, I got to say, I actually kind of stand with Jason Light and the Bucs here. You gotta make Baker prove it a little bit. I do think that his 2024 season is a bit of an outlier for like the player he actually is. And I don't think he's quite as bad as he was last year, but I don't know that I would give Baker a $50 million a year contract if we're going to keep it a buck. I would be a little hesitant to do that, and it just might happen to be the perfect storm where, let's say the Bucs are in fact bad next year. By bad, I mean, like, I don't know, they win 6 games or something. Yeah, you might be moving on from Baker. Bowles is out the door. I mean, you're already down Evans. You're down Levante David. Like, it is a tough spot because, like, I could look at their offensive line and be like, dude, this line is so nice. Like, that raises the floor of their offense so much. Egbuka, Godwin, and McMillan, in theory, should be a pretty nice group of pass catchers. Cade Otton even is a pretty good tight end. And Bucky scares me a little bit. I am kind of selling some Bucky Irving stock, but, like, the talent is there, right? And there's young talent on defense. Like, they got Ruben Bain, Antoine Winfield Jr. is almost, I don't want to say he's, like, underrated, but, like, he was hurt last year. People kind of forgot about him, but he's really good. Tyke Smith is pretty nice. Like, you could talk me into some of these guys. I don't think they're going to be a disaster, but it would not shock me if they finished, like, 3rd in the division. Maybe even 4th. They have been spinning the wheels for too long. Yeah, I got to give them credit. They really managed to squeeze every last drop out of that core that Jason Light built from like 2017 to 2022 or whatever. Like his run of drafts, really the peak years were with Brady, and then they had some nice years with Baker. But that core of like Mike Evans, Vita Vea, Chris Godwin, Levante David, Antoine Winfield, Tristan Wirfs, all those guys, I got to give them credit. They really did like make it work with that core of players for a lot longer than I certainly expected them to. But it is really starting to get to be time. It probably is wise for them to, I don't know, we'll see how this year goes, but I would not necessarily count on the Bucs like roaring back and winning 11 games this year. I am a little down on Tampa Bay. Henry is investing in Bucky bounce back stock. I mean, hey, the talent is certainly there, and he still showed a little bit of juice last year. The injuries scare me a little bit, and just with the way that he runs too, so much of his running style is dependent on like making people miss, and you worry like, one too many injuries takes away his explosiveness. But I mean, he is young, and it is way more fun to invest in the Bucky bounce back because he was so good as a rookie. He was unbelievable. I had him as like RB8 after his rookie season. I was like, yeah, this dude's legit. I love watching him play. It is a big year for Bucky Irving, though. No Rashad White anymore either. There's a big year for Bucky and a big year for Baker Mayfield too. All right, one last thing I wanted to talk about because, of course, at the end of the day, all roads lead back to the mighty Minnesota Vikings. It would not be a doctor stream without me talking about the Vikings. I'm sure you guys saw the news. Not the biggest news in the world, but it's my channel, so we're going to talk about it. Brian O'Neill getting the bag from the Minnesota Vikings. $96 million extension through 2030. I believe it's a 4-year deal, looking at about $24 million a year. Big money. Good player. I will say, slight mixed feelings about this contract. The pros, Brian O'Neill is a very, very good right tackle and a very important part of our offensive line. He's been a good player for a while, and paying good offensive linemen is generally very good practice. And honestly, all things considered, when you look at the average annual value of his contract, it comes in as like what? Right tackle 7 or something? Something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but he didn't reset the market or anything. So I'm pretty happy about that. I will say though, this is just me being me, whatever. What kind of irks me about this just a little bit. One, no, this doesn't irk me. This is just the cons of it. The cons of it is O'Neill's a great player. He is about to turn 31, and he also has like a sneaky, lengthy injury history. Like, real Vikings fans know Brian O'Neill's a great player when he's out there, but he misses a good amount of time. He does. He'll miss a few games each year. He's a little injury prone, right? So that kind of makes me nervous, right? Guy who's about to turn 31, injury history, 4-year deal. I mean, there is a chance that those last few years of the deal aged a little poorly. Yes, I mean, I've been so annoying beating this drum all off season, but like, I don't know. I feel like the town crier right now being like, guys, pay attention to this, I think it just irks me that this move comes in the same off season where the Vikings are like, I don't know, man. We're just too poor to pay Jonathan Grenard. We can't do it. We have to trade him. We have no choice. Like, our hands are so tied with the salary cap. We can't pay him. Mind you, Grenard got $25 million a year, which is a great value for a player of his caliber. I mean, he's making $5 million less than Jalen Phillips did, and I'd say they're about equal caliber of players, right? And then in the same offseason, it's like, like everyone's like, guys, it's a reset year. Like, the Vikings are resetting. Like, don't be mad if we win 8 games because it's a reset year. Don't put our coach on the hot seat because it's a reset year, guys, right? We have all the excuses to like be mid again this year. But at the same time, guys, we have to bring back TJ Hawkinson. Like, we just can't not have him on our roster. Let's move stuff around so we can bring him back. Guys, we have to have Aaron Jones back. We don't need to turn it over to Jordan Mason and the rookie that we drafted, right? Guys, we have to have Aaron Jones back. Guys, I mean, we have to pay Brian O'Neill for 4 years. We have to do it. We have to put 90% of our cap into the offense. Flores, figure it out. You got it. 90% of the cap to the offense. I don't know, man. It's not the worst. It's really not the worst move in the world. But it's like, this money could have gone to Grenard instead, and honestly, I would have been okay with it. But you thought I was going to talk about Jamal Adams? That is a sneaky good move. You know what? The man that they call Blitz Boy going into a Brian Flores defense, I'm a little scared that age and injury has just cooked Adams' pure explosiveness at this point. But you know what? We got him wearing, I think, his number 54. We got him listed as a linebacker. Let's move, baby. Let's just do some weird psychotic stuff on third down. It's third down, and we're going to have a package out there where we're going to have like Jamal Adams, Eric Wilson, Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel, Dallas Turner, all like playing off the ball, and then just have Caleb Banks as the lone down lineman. I mean, we're going to do some really weird stuff. We might get Jake Golday in there too. He's a very fun depth piece in a Brian Flores defense. I'm intrigued to see what we actually cook up with him. I don't think he's going to go out and get like 9 sacks or something, but he could be a very fun 3-sack linebacker, if that makes sense. You know what? He could be the guy that we target Jahmyr Gibbs with this year in pass protection. We'll force Jahmyr Gibbs into pass protection and then just blitz Adams up the A-gap and be like, all right, block him. So yeah, I don't hate that move, but go Vikes. Skull Vikes, man, I know. By the way, I say all that. We're still getting the 7 seed, by the way. And Kyler Murray is still QB 17, by the way. So we're still coming for the 7 seed. Don't worry. All right. Here we go. Time for the main events. The inspiration behind the very, very cursed thumbnail that I cooked up in Canva. Graphic design is my passion. It is time for the NFL Trivia Gauntlet. Shout out to Caden for putting this together, and as well as a shout out to Jack for throwing in a little extra game that I'll pull up into the Discord. But we've got some classic ones, right? We've got, well, hold on. Oh, yeah, we got Immaculate Grid. There's an NFL Wordle. But I mean, like the Immaculate Grid, we got the classic 17-0. I actually haven't played that game on stream before. We've got some I've never heard of before, which I'm very excited for. So, without further ado, let's get into this. We're going to start with NFL Parry Pick'em, where you draft the highest fantasy lineup for a season or a game based off of random teams provided. Enjoy daily, unlimited, and versus mode, where you can send the link to friends. Let's go. Company man right there. I've done some NFL Parry stuff before. This is actually what I use to build my top 10 list for the top 10 stream. I've played the fantasy game like once or twice. It's very similar to StatPad, which is another game that I play a lot. I'm excited, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into the daily game. All right. Los Angeles Chargers, and we're doing fantasy points. Can I pick a season? Oh, that's beautiful. I can. Well, okay. Off the top, we're going to have to go LaDainian Tomlinson, right? Bang. Oh, it picks the season for us. Even better. All right. LaDainian Tomlinson off rip. I mean, I think that might be the greatest running back fantasy season ever. That's beautiful. That's a great start. Second, we've got the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to guess we'll have to get Christian McCaffrey in there, right? Theory win 1,000. Yep, look at that. We are absolutely cooking right now. Let's go. Dallas Cowboys for pick 3. Probably an Emmitt Smith year, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. We could do Emmitt Smith as our other flex. Yeah, let's do it. Bang. Come on now. 49ers for tight end. I'm thinking maybe George Kittle. We could do George Kittle. Or we could get a Jerry Rice here. I mean, let's just do the Jerry Rice here. Yeah, and then we'll do Randy Moss for the Vikings. Nice. All right. Tight end and quarterback left. Cleveland Browns. Yikes. All right, we're going to have to go Jordan Cameron here for the Browns. We'll take that. And then Titans quarterback. No. Maybe Steve McNair we can get. He had some nice years with the Titans. It would probably be either him or Ryan Tannehill. We'll go Steve McNair, though. Hey, 95th percentile. We'll take that. We'll take that. That's a pretty good start. Look at that. There's no set objective necessarily for this gauntlet. Just kind of seeing how well we can do. And I think we'll do a few of these and then we'll get to yours, Jack. How about that? Next, we've got NFL Connections. Oh, I love this. I've played the actual Connections game a little bit before, right? Y'all might know the New York Times game. That one is crazy. It's like Wordle adjacent, but you pretty much have to like put these and organize them into rows, and there's a secret connection for each row. Oh my gosh. All right, dude. Connections is tough. We'll see if we can do pretty well with this one. Okay. Right now, I'm immediately thinking some common denominators that we can have are, well, how about same team, right? That's the other thing. It always goes in difficulty. Like each level of connection gets harder. So if I had to guess, the first level of connection is just Philadelphia Eagles players. We've got the 2 defensive tackles from Georgia, Jalen Hurts, Jahad Campbell, right? So I just hit submit. Beautiful. All right. There we go. There's connection 1. Connection 2. What do we have here? Let's see. So we've got some quarterbacks. Watson, Rodgers, Burrow, all first-round quarterbacks. And Lamar Jackson. I mean, it could just be first-round quarterbacks for these guys. That would probably be my guess, right? Watson, Lamar, Rodgers, Burrow, all first-round quarterbacks. Let's do it. Oh, AFC North quarterbacks, I suppose. Dude, that makes more sense. Look at that. We're cooking right now. And they are just 4 QBs as well. Okay. So I believe we got the 2 easiest ones so far. Now, here's where things get interesting. Okay. Ricky Pearsall went to Florida. Doesn't really mean a whole lot. I guess it could just be went to college in Florida because Jason Pierre-Paul went to USF. Ricky Pearsall went to Florida. Where did Nick Scorton go? A&M. Shamar Stewart went to A&M. Where did Brian Burns go? Oh, 4 Giants. Wait. Who's the 4th Giant? Oh, Jason Pierre-Paul. Defensive linemen who have played for the Giants? That actually makes sense. I'm going to send it. And then what would be Scorton, Stewart, Bresee, and Pearsall? Oh, no. Wait, I know Scorton. Oh, no. This is so sad. Nick Scorton, Shamar Stewart, Brian Bresee, and Ricky Pearsall all got injured. That's crazy, dude. We were talking about that earlier today. The foreshadowing was insane. Dude, the writers cooked with this. This is cinema. And then, yeah, we got the 4 Giants defensive linemen. Bang. Let's go. Come on now. Come on now. We're on fire right now. We're off to a great start. That's crazy. Injured already in camp is crazy. All right. Let's do some Weddle. I don't know if I've played Weddle before. Well, no, I've played it. I don't know that I've played it on stream before. Okay. So how this works is you have to guess a player and then it'll give you like some hints and the game thinks of a player and you have to guess the player. Pretty self-explanatory. Who should we guess? You know what? Let's start with Jacoby Brissett. There's no way, right? Oh, okay. We're in the NFC and he is not a quarterback, shorter than 6'4", a lot younger, and his number is higher than 7. Okay, but not the NFC West. NFC North, maybe? Maybe a defensive player. We'll do Aiden Hutchinson. Is he just not on here? Wow, okay. What about, I was going to do Kirby Joseph, but he's probably not on here either. I'm trying to think of an NFC North defender. How about Blake Cashman? We don't have him either. Okay. Caleb Banks. What? Okay. Well, let's just start scrolling, I guess. Micah Parsons. What? He's just not on here? Dude, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an NFC North defender that is younger than 33. Well, I guess Micah Parsons, that one makes sense because his number is higher than 7. Dude, Montez Sweat. Maybe one day we'll like get a player that actually shows up. We're just gonna have to click on someone, man. I love how they have Pat Rycart on here, but like not Micah Parsons. Is it only offensive players? It could be. It totally could be. All right, let's go with Xavier Legette. Okay, we got it. We're getting somewhere. Oh, it's easy mode. I got you. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Younger than 25, but in the neighborhood. Plays for the Panthers. Not a wide receiver. Oh, what about Jonathan Brooks? Come on now. Oh, baby. Let's go. Kind of like Jonathan Brooks for fantasy this year. Some free game. I think he could maybe seize that backfield. I've loved my Chuba Hubbard plays before, but I don't know. He was a little rough last year, and I do like the upside of Jonathan Brooks, even though the injuries kind of scare me. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. NFL Gridiron Trivia. A hub of NFL-themed games from trivia to higher lower to reverse immaculate grid. That intrigues me right off the bat. Let's try a reverse immaculate grid. All right. Wow. Okay. Oh, so I get the vibes here, right? So essentially, We've got the players already. Now we need to figure out the teams. Okay. Mike Gesicki, Odell Beckham Jr., Chris Chambers. So this row's got to be Dolphins, right? Come on now. And then Dan Ross, Mike Gesicki, Andy Dalton. Give me the Bengals. Come on. We're on fire already. Okay. Martellus Bennett, Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Marshall. I'm thinking Giants. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we cooked with the Dolphins column. Andy Dalton, Brandon Marshall, Annie Keniston. I'm thinking Bears. Got to be the Bears, right? Let's go. Come on now. Okay, we've got 2 left already. We are cooking out of our minds. Unfortunately, I don't know who Dan Ross is off the top of my head, so we can't really use that. But for some context clues, we've got Chris Chambers. I don't really know Eddie Kennison either. Okay, so here's what's tough. Chris Chambers, I mostly associate with him with the Chargers. He also played with the Dolphins. Those are the 2 teams I associate him with the most. He might have snuck on the Chiefs, and that would check out for MVS. I'm going to send it with the Chiefs. Oh, let's go. Okay, we've got 1 left. I'm not going to lie, though. I don't know who Dan Ross is. We got Dan Ross, Martellus Bennett, and MVS. It's got to be the Packers, right? Because both Martellus Bennett and MVS have played for the Packers. It's got to be the Packers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. This is fun, dude. I love discovering some of these new games. We're cooking. All right. Let's do Sicko Trivia, and then we'll try Jack's game. I do love me some Sicko Trivia. We'll do Vikings, and we'll do Fantasy. Y'all have seen me play this one on stream before. We've got the eras for today. They're all from when I was alive. Let's go. Maybe not a true sicko for saying that, but let's go. It's just, dude, this kind of stuff right here. Sicko Trivia, right up my alley. Vikings sicko. Which running back led the Vikings in rushing touchdowns in 2016? Immediately, I think it has to be Matt Asiata, right? Because Adrian Peterson was hurt for most of the year. I believe Asiata was still on the team. We had Jerick McKinnon, but he wasn't the goal line back like that. It's got to be Matt Asiata. Yup, bang. Which defensive lineman sacked Cade McNown in Week 7 of the 2000 season against the Bears? That is tough. Because I was like just born when this game happens. I mean, let me try and think of like a defensive lineman from the Vikings even in that era. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a little bit of a casual here, unfortunately. Slight blind spot for me. This is before the Williams Wall. It could be John Randall, but I feel like he might have retired by then, but I'm going to guess. Crazy. All right. It was the obvious answer. Who recorded a sack in Week 15 of the 2004 season against the Detroit Lions? Brother, you tell me. I don't know this one. Chris Hovan. I don't think he was drafted yet. No. Yeah, we'll see who it was. Oh, which wide receiver caught Sam Darnold's 3rd touchdown pass in Week 4 of the 2024 season against the Green Bay Packers? I remember this game. Was it Justin Jefferson? Was it that sick Justin Jefferson touchdown near the goal line, like going down the sideline? It might have been, because that was like right before halftime, and we were absolutely rocking the Packers. Who else caught a touchdown in that game? I think Jalen Naylor got one. We're going to go Justin Jefferson just because I specifically remember that touchdown. Let's go. Come on now. That's crazy. Which running back scored a touchdown on 4th down in Week 7 of the 2008 season against the Bears? Well, here's the thing. I remember this game, not necessarily watching it, but I know all about this game. This was like, well, no. I'm thinking of 2007. Just kidding. Obvious answer is Adrian Peterson. Give me Chester Taylor. This is Sicko Trivia after all. No, it was Adrian Peterson. Tough. Oh, Kenichi Udeze. Okay. Yeah, I know that name. Okay. Not bad, though. I think it was a little bit better than last time. We'll take that. All right, we'll do the fantasy one real quick. Let's try the fantasy one. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Right in my wheelhouse. Look at those eras. All right. Which quarterback scored the most PPR fantasy points in Week 13 of the 2020 season against the New York Jets? And yes, we have beautiful, beautiful multiple choice. I think it was Derek Carr. I believe this was the game that Darren Waller went absolute sicko mode. This was also the game that Greg Williams called a zero blitz and Henry Ruggs, of all people, scored what was essentially a walk-off touchdown. I think it's Derek Carr. Come on, let's go. Which running back scored the most PPR fantasy points in Week 18 of the 2023 season against the Seahawks? Oh, 2023 against the Seahawks. Okay, well, right off the top, we know that this has got to be a divisional team, right? Because, so it's got to be James Conner because it's the last week of the season, divisional games only. That was cheap. That was unethical hoops right there, but we'll take it. Which wide receiver scored the most PPR fantasy points in Week 8 of the 2021 season against the Indianapolis Colts? 2021 against the Colts. I do know Cooper Kupp had a crazy game against them, but I think that was earlier in the season. I want to say that was Week 4 for some reason. I've referenced that Cooper Kupp touchdown out of the backfield many a times. Could have been Debo. Monday Night Football. I'm panicking. No way it was Cole Beasley. A.J. Brown. Yes, let's go. It's not Kupp. But yeah, I love referencing that game for some reason. Tight end that scored the most PPR points in Week 8 of the 2011 season against the Dallas Cowboys. Scott Chandler is screaming my name right now. I don't think that the Patriots played against the Cowboys in 2011. I mean, Brent Selleck was nice, but I don't think he was like that. We're going to go Scott Chandler. No! Dang it. Dang it. All right, last one. Which player, at any position, most PPR points, 44. Week 1 of the 2023 season. That's got to be Tyreek Hill. Right, he went bonkers that game. Let's go. I remember that game. That was a great game. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. It was Brent Selleck. It was Brent Selleck. Tough. Oh, the Pats did play Dallas. Look at me being so smug like, I know the team's schedule from 2011. All right. Well, all things considered, that went pretty well. All right. Let's see what you got cooked up for me, Jack. Also, as a nice little reminder, we do have a Discord. Let's see if we got the link in here. Ah, beautiful. A little direct message. All right. Oh, no. I got to request access. Well, while I request access, let's move on to the next game. I'll give you a little bit of time to do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jack remembers watching the Giants play Miami and New England back-to-back weeks. Would that have also been 2011? I suppose. Yeah, 2011, because I do remember the Patriots-Dolphins Monday Night Football game where Wes Welker had a 99-yard touchdown. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah. All right. We have Sicko Trivia. Oh, Dorts. Interesting. You start at a number, and you must try and get to 0 by subtracting a player's stat. Ooh, I'm intrigued by that. All right, let's try out Dorts. Yeah, show me how. Darts with NFL stats. Oh, I see. I thought it was like a play on Lou Dort or something. Hawks legend. Wait, yeah, it is Lou Dort that went to the Hawks, right? Every throw is a player plus one of their stats. Okay. Throw dart. Ah, I see. Interesting. Now see a bust. Tom Brady has way more. Throw it anyways. Ah. Okay. Ah, I like this. Okay. All right. I think I get it. Let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. I should have access now? All right, let's get it. All right, let's get it, and then we'll get into Dorts. But I like the tutorial. Okay, here we go. In Google Slides, baby. Oh, we're kicking it old school. All right. Titled Jack's Favorite Person, by the way. Now we can begin. Oh, so is this just like your favorite player on each team? Is that what it is? Arizona Cardinals' favorite player? James Conner, I'm going to say. Trey McBride. You know what? Beast of a tight end. I love it. That is fun. I'm gonna try and understand the rationale here. Favorite player on the Falcons? Bijan? Yeah, look at that. He's cheesing. He's cheesing. Oh, I gotta see the parameters. Hold on. Oh, wow. I just completely skipped over the rules. Try and guess who my favorite person on every NFL team is. I'll see the logo, and then the next slide will give me the answer. Oh, I see. It includes players, coaches, and GMs. No, like, funny business. No, like, crazy shots in the dark. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, spoiler blocker. Genius. All right. Let's see. Beautiful. Look at that. All right. Baltimore Ravens. Well, it's not Mike McDonald anymore. I'm gonna say Derrick Henry. Yeah, look at that. Honorable mention, Roquan. Go Dogs. Oh. Buffalo Bills. Give me Josh. Oh, DeMar Hamlin. Yeah, that checks out. That makes sense. Carolina Panthers. I feel like you've always liked Chuba Hubbard. I don't know why. I just feel like you've always liked Chuba Hubbard. I'm gonna say Chuba. Oh, Dave Canales. Yeah, I suppose he has those Seahawks ties. That makes sense. Worked under Pete Carroll for a long time. That checks out. Bears? I feel like you like Ben Johnson. Kobe. Dude. Yeah, duh. Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Bengals, give me Burrow. Yeah, easy money. He's got aura, man. You can't deny it. Cleveland Browns? Which former Seahawk is on the Browns? Wait, who's their new coach? How do I know? Oh, I know they're. You know what? I'm gonna say Todd Monken, Georgia connection. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Todd Monken. Let's go. Dallas Cowboys. Dak. That'd be my answer. Oh, Jerry Jones. You know what? What an icon. Oh, yeah, we got a Dak honorable mention. I suppose Brian Schottenheimer for the Seahawks connection, too. Denver Broncos, Bo Nix. Oh, Waddle. Interesting. Jalen Waddle. Okay. Fun player. I think he'll do pretty well with Denver this year. Oh, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Yeah, that's a great name. Sean Payton Legends, too. All right. Lions? I'm going to say St. Brown. Dan Campbell. That makes sense. Dan Campbell, MCDC. Honorable mention, fantasy bump for Gibbs. I gotcha. Green Bay Packers, Tucker Kraft. Oh, Devontae Wyatt. Yes, Georgia connection. Dude, I got to be thinking this out a little bit more. That makes total sense. Benjamin St. Juste. I didn't even know he was on the Packers. If I knew he was on the Packers, I would have actually gotten that. That's tough. All right. Houston Texans. Georgia ties, Seahawks ties, and then from there it's just vibes. Kamari Lassiter. CJ Stroud. Yeah, I feel like you have been high on Stroud before. I hope he has a nice bounce back here. I think he will. I think he'll be pretty good. Kalen, you do like Kalen Bullock too. Fellow Kalen Bullock enjoyer. Yeah. Colts. Not DeForest Buckner. I was about to say, I was like, that makes no sense. He used to play for the 49ers. Jonathan Taylor. Cam Bynum. Me too, man. He too is my favorite Colt. Jaguars. Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron. Nah, Trevor. That pick is crazy. Iconic TikTok. For the Chiefs, K9 for sure. Yeah, let's go. I am doing pretty well. I got to give it to myself. I am doing pretty well. You know, Super Bowl MVP for your own team. Yeah. Raiders. Oh, Clint for sure. Clint Kubiak. Oh, or Brock Bowers. Yeah. Honorable mention, Clint. There you go. We'll take half a point there. Chargers, I'm going to say Harbaugh. Khalil Mack. Good nostalgic player. Good career. Rams, no one probably. Unironically, that's my guess. No one. Oh, Kobe Turner. Game, respect, game, right? Good player. Good player. Honorable mention, Stafford. Oh. The hat is on backwards. We all know who my favorite Ram is. Dolphins. Aaron Brewer. Why not? Ah, Jordan Brooks. Seahawks. Duh. Also, like, probably their best player. Vikings. No, wait. I actually didn't mean to hit the space bar. No way, it's 9. Is it 9? Honorable mention Nolan Teasley. It is 9. Good old 9. Yeah, Nolan Teasley. If I would have, like, thought about it for a sec, I would have maybe come up with that. Patriots. Drake May. Oh, Will Campbell. Tough. Yeah, poor guy, man. He had a rough postseason. He'll be moving to guard soon, though. Trust, and he'll be all right there. Gonzo is nice too. Yeah, Gonzo carried them in that Super Bowl. Saints. Give me Chris Olave. Yeah, let's go. Vibes, Gus. Vibes, Gus. Oh, 9 is our best defender. He kind of was, you know. You know what's crazy, though? For as much as 9 got memed on last year, he was not our worst quarterback. And honestly, Wentz was better, but, like, not by much. Carson Wentz was really not that much better. Carson Wentz ticked me off last year. That's an aside. New York Giants. I feel like you love Brian Burns. Malik Neighbors. Yeah. Dude, I hope he's healthy this year. Please. Please. Honorable mention Odell. Yeah. That's a solid point right there. New York Jets. Give me Brees. Oh, Geno. Duh. Yeah, I forgot he was there for a sec. Wentz was pretty terrible, man. He had like that one decent game where we blew out the Bengals that tricked me. I was like, dude, our offense could be nice if we're not getting hijacked. Minka and Aaron Glenn as honorable mentions. But yeah, dude, Wentz drove me insane. Y'all remember that Vikings-Chargers Thursday night game that I ended early because I was like, I can't do this anymore? Good times. All right, Philadelphia Eagles. N'Kobe Dean. Jordan Davis. Yeah, I was on the right scent there. I was on the right path. I do love me some Jordan Davis. Oh, Reek Woolen, honorable mention. Yeah. Very good signing for Seattle. Very good signing. Or not Seattle. Good Lord. Very good signing for the Eagles. Dude, he could be a monster this year with Fangio. Steelers. Rodgers. TJ Watt. Yeah. Maybe Rodgers honorable mention. Yeah. And DK Metcalf. 49ers. No one. No, but you like Fred Warner. Well, you don't say you respect Fred Warner, but Fred Warner probably would not have been the answer here. CMC. Seahawks, everyone, but also JSN. Or Mike McDonald. That face is crazy. Oh, look at that. We got the collage coming. Dude, how did I not see it being Mike McDonald? I really said JSN. Of course it's Mike McDonald. Look at the transitions and the animations. Hold on. This is a work of art. We got to, like, do this at full speed again. Hold on. Honorable mentions literally everyone else. Yeah. Bucks, Baker. Oh, Winnie. Yes, he hit him with the deuces. Great picture for that. Shout out Necessary Roughness. Deuces. If you know, you know. Holy smokes. Let's go. Titans. Jeffrey Simmons. Cam Ward. Yeah. Poor guy. I hope he gets a little bit better of a situation next year. Commanders, I'm going to say Daniels for sure. Oh, Dan Quinn. Duh. Yeah. But you do love some Jaden Daniels. And you know what? You were right about him and I was wrong. You will always have that over me. Oh, Bobby. Yeah, Bob. I guess he's a free agent, but how did you do? I think I did pretty well, honestly. I think all things considered, for the pace that I went through with this, I think I did pretty well. I think that I've got a decent beat on you. Where's the Dodge Charger? Wait. Dodge Charger. Oh, I see what... it took me a second. I was like, what's the Dodge Charger in reference to? Dude, low-key, what if I brought that back? I have had Christine multiple times tell me that she would not be dating me if I pulled up in a Dodge Charger. Uh, every once in a while, and I say this 95% jokingly, but every once in a while I miss the Dodge Charger. It was kind of a vibe. Thank you, Jack. Let's go. We'll take a nice job. All right. We're going to play stats darts now. This is crazy, dude. They really just be making anything now, and I love it. I love these types of games. All right. And I proved that I at least somewhat know one of my most loyal viewers. Let's go. I passed. Let's go. Ah, the collage was beautiful. Nah, dude, she doesn't get the vibe of the sick blue lights and the lights on the floor that sunk up with the music. Take that thing out on a dirt road by Wild Rice. Come on now. All right, let's play some darts with stats. All right, my first throw to set the anchor. Start with Tyreek Hill and throw his receiving touchdowns. I'm going to say that's like 80-something. Lot of receiving touchdowns for someone who's like known as a speed receiver. Look at that, 83. My goodness. All right. Now my next pick has to share one of his teams. Okay. Travis Kelce receiving touchdowns. I mean, we'll throw that pretty easily, right? Yeah, also 83. Or 82. That's a little surprising. Travis Kelce having fewer receiving touchdowns than Tyreek Hill. That's surprising a little bit. Kelsey's the new anchor. Now see a benched pick. Devontae Adams never played for KC, so teamwork rejects him. Throw him anyways. Why do I have to throw him? Oh, he's okay. All right, I think I kind of get it. I just did this is another tutorial. I see. Okay. I was like, wait, this is too easy. Oh my gosh. There's challenges that are built in on this. Oh my heavens. This adds another wrinkle to it. All right. If the Browns go 4-12 or worse this season, then their all-time record will dip below 500 for the first time in their franchise history. I kid you not. I saw that same exact stat this morning. It is kind of hard to believe, isn't it? But, you know, they've been a good franchise for a hot minute now. The Browns have some rich history. All right, let's try this game out. So every guest must avoid every team of the previous player. And no hardware. This is crazy. All right. 301. And we can do passing touchdowns, interceptions, rushing touchdowns, or receiving touchdowns. All right, let's start with Jacoby Brissett. And we will do Jacoby Brissett passing touchdowns. And we'll throw the dart. What? Benched, both played for Indianapolis? I don't care about Randy McMillan. Why? Where did he come from? Shoot. Oh, he was my anchor and I didn't even see it. Dude, I'm horrible. I thought that I got to pick my anchor. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to be real. I actually don't know who Randy McMillan is off the top of my head, but apparently he played for the Colts. So let's do a Viking instead. Let's do Christian Ponder. Passing touchdowns. What hardware did Christian Ponder win? What hardware does Christian Ponder have? You've got to be kidding me. You're telling me Christian Ponder has won an NFL MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, a Super Bowl ring. Did he win a ring? Did he win like some stupid ring as a backup? There's no way. No, he didn't. He didn't. This game is wrong. What? He didn't win a Heisman, did he? I don't think so. He's certainly not in the Hall of Fame. He didn't win a Heisman. He was like fine at Florida State. That's crazy. All right. Sean Hill it is. Bro, he's probably probably doesn't count. Oh, let's go. We got one. We hit one. Let's go. I think I'm starting to pick up the vibe of this game now. You have to be a real sicko about like career stats. This is a tough game, but I like this is a nice little challenge. I kind of screwed myself though. Why would I put Sean Hill when he's played for like half the teams in the league and I have to come up with a player that has not shared the same team as the previous player? I completely screwed myself by doing Sean Hill. Brother. Okay. It didn't say anything about Pro Bowls. Sean Hill did not play for the Falcons. I at least know that. Let's do Michael Turner. Wait. Yeah, rushing touchdowns. Michael Turner, rushing touchdowns. Let's go. Okay. All right. We're starting to pick things up. There are plenty of games, but I'm actually kind of intrigued by this one. I want to see this one out. I don't know if I'll do every single game of the Gauntlet, but I am actually kind of hooked on this one. Michael Turner played for the Falcons and the Chargers, so those are off the table now. We can do pretty much any other team. Let's think of a Viking here. Can we get... Let's go full circle and get Matt Asiata rushing touchdowns. It's not going to be like too many. Well, okay. Only 18. Wow, okay. Matt Asiata played for the Vikings, and I want to say for some reason that he also played for the Dolphins. So those are off the table. This no hardware thing is tough. You have to like really whittle it down. Man, we gotta get a quarterback in here. We gotta get a quarterback for passing touchdowns in here. Now we can do Jacoby. Wait, no, dude, I wasted my Jacoby. I can't even do my Jacoby Brissett play. That's so tough. I mean, we could get Jordan Love. He technically doesn't have any hardware. Let Jordan hoop, though. Am I right? Look at that. Look at that. All right. We're down to 85. This is where things get a little bit tricky. Now we got to really chip away at it. I think what might be the strat is if we can get it down to like one. Oh, not one. Okay, I'm trying to think of like a player that's thrown one touchdown in their career. That might be the strat, like a non-quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If we can get, like, I think Michael Bush might have like one career passing touchdown, maybe two though. That's what scares me, right? It's like I'd love to just pull out Mohamed Sanu, but I think he has more than one passing touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, I believe, has 8 completions in his career, and like almost all of them are touchdowns. But that might be the strat to get it to exactly 0, because that's going to be the other tricky part of this too. DeAndre Hopkins, I like that. Well, you're pretty sure he has 85 touchdowns. Jack, if you're right, that's actually insane. We'll do it. And he doesn't have any of those. There's no way. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Respect. That's sick. Checks out. I mean, it's totally in the neighborhood of what I would have expected. Man. Okay, I got to look up this Michael Bush stat real quick now. I don't even remember Michael Bush. Remember him? Does he have one career passing touchdown? He played quarterback at Louisville, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, 0. Was it Darren McFadden? Did he throw a touchdown? I swear to you, there was a Raiders running back that threw a touchdown in like 2010. Yeah, dude's Darren McFadden. Oh, I would have gotten it wrong, though, if I would have gone with Michael Bush. But yeah, Darren McFadden threw a touchdown. All right. That would have been the strat otherwise. But, you know, Jack kind of clutched up. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Where'd they go to college? Rapid fire? 5 questions, 7 seconds each. I like the sound of that. Let's do that. Let's do that one. Know your guy. All right. Name that guy senior daily challenge. Name that guy junior daily challenge. Match the guy to their college. Let's do this one. This is the one that the description was pointing out. All right. Abroyo Franklin? What a pull. I don't know. Dang it. Oh, easy. Ole Miss. Chris Henry? West Virginia. Let's go. Cam Newton, Auburn. Chad Henne, oh my gosh. Michigan. All right. Nice. Abroyo Franklin off the bat is insane. Dude, I kid you not. I'm not making this up when I say that I was thinking about Abroyo Franklin like 3 days ago. That's just the way my mind operates, I guess. Solid player for the 49ers for a minute. Solid defensive tackle. Good player. Abroyo Franklin. I don't know where he went to college, though. That's crazy. That was fun. That was short and sweet. There's some more description. There's some more creative ones. All right, well, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. I will say, we'll get to some more of the creative ones. This looks cool. NFL player by their trading card stats. As someone that collected cards religiously as a kid, this sounds right up my alley. This is definitely made by the same person that made the other one. And by made, I mean they probably just fired up Claude and put in a few prompts. All right, let's give it a shot. Tap to open. Who do we got here? Oh my heavens. What? I get to read its stat line. I get 3 tries per card. Stuck, take a hint. No clock, I have all day. Okay, we got quarterbacks, receivers, and receivers. These are career stats? Oh. 2013. Oh, Big Ben. Oh, I get to see the back. Okay, I get it now. All right, nice. Next card. Saints. Oh, wait. I didn't see the position. This has got to be Taysom Hill, no? Got to be Taysom Hill. Yep, let's go. All right, we're cooking. We're cooking. Steelers. Now we got a receiver. College is Michigan State. This is Plaxico Burress. Come on now. That's kind of fun. It's kind of like Ref Guess if y'all have played Ref Guess before. It's in like baseball reference. Georgia, Pittsburgh Steelers. Georgie. This is Georgie. This is jumping Georgie. Let's go. I like this one. This one's fun. Bears receiver, Miami. Devin Hester, probably. Yeah, it ended with Atlanta. This is Devin Hester. I like this one. This one's fun. All right. Saints, LSU. Wow, not often you see Saints LSU combo, I feel like. Robert Meacham. Or was it Devery Henderson? Which one was it? Oh, one of them went to the Chargers like right after they won the Super Bowl. Was it Robert Meacham or Devery Henderson? I want to say this was Robert Meacham. Oh. I think it's Devery Henderson. Let's go. Come on. I knew it was one of those two. All right. We've got a few more here. Bengals, Falcons, 49ers. From Rutgers. Speak of the devil. We were just talking about this guy. Mohamed Sanu. Wow, we are cooking out of our minds right now. Now we have an old school one from Louisville. We've got a receiver. Played for the Miami Dolphins. It's one of the Marks brothers. Is it Mark Clayton or Duper? It's one of these two. I'm going to say Mark Clayton. Oh my goodness, I'm on fire, dude. All right. Bears, Penn State. We've also got the Seahawks in there as well. There's a receiver. And then ending with KC, didn't do a whole lot. This one's tricky. This is like a slightly more obscure player. Ended playing like right as I started watching football. Really only had one crazy season. Jack, maybe you know this one. We got Seahawks. Random crazy season in 2007. We've got the Bears as well. And then one random year with the Chiefs. Dude, call me crazy. This would actually be insane if I got this, and there's no way. Terrence Copper. He might not even be on here. Or is it Terrence Cooper? I'm a little dyslexic. No idea. Okay, well, it's clearly not him, and I was just proud of myself for remembering that he existed. We'll Google him later. Dude, this one's actually like quite tricky. Penn State wide receiver. Gets a couple borderline 1,000-yard seasons with the Bears, but then randomly popped off in 2007 and then was just mega washed again. Hint, please. Hint revealed. Steady possession receiver. Well, yeah. Thanks. I can gather that from his stat line. Entered the NFL. Really? Did he now? Yeah, I can see that. These hints. I give up. Yeah, I was not coming up with Bobby Engram. That was a tricky one to end on. I like this, though. That was nice. 8 for 9. We'll take that. We'll take that. Hey, you get to add little cards to your collection. We might have to come back to this one. I like that. Let's look up Terrence Copper real quick. It clearly was not him, but yeah, he was on the Chiefs in 2009, though. He existed, guys. I promise. All right. Let's do a few more. I'm having a blast, man. Let's see. We got Weekly Windle Fantasy Boom Quiz. Name the player by the stats from the game where this player scored 30-plus PPR points. Sign me up, brother. Let's do it. So we're just like guessing when players randomly popped off is my guess. Jets versus Broncos, Week 5, 2018. 219 rushing yards. This has Philip Lindsay written all over it. Rookie Philip Lindsay. Was that not right? Position is right. Okay. So is it the Jets running back instead? Who was the Jets running back in 2018? This was after Chris Ivory. This was before Breece Hall. This was before Le'Veon Bell. This was the year before they got Le'Veon Bell. Who was the Jets running back? Was it a Jet? I mean, it had to be, right? The team is wrong, but the position is right. I thought for sure I cooked with Philip Lindsay. Who could it have been? It is actually tough. 2018 Jets running back. 200-yard game. I mean, it's not Bilal Powell, is it? I feel like that is after him too. Yeah, the team and the position are right. I just don't know who. It was not Chris Ivory, was it? No. Oh my gosh. This one's actually killing me. I don't know. Anyone in chat have any semblance of an idea? Because I truly, I'm about to just start guessing Jets players and keep it pushing. I don't know, man. Zach Stacy. I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't even with the Jets at that time, I don't think. Sean Green. I don't know. Who was it? Isaiah Crowell. I forgot he played for the Jets. Yeah, all right. Tough. Took an L on that one. All right, let's see. We'll do maybe one or two more here. We've got a few 17-0s. I mean, come on. We have to do the Immaculate Grid. It's only right. It would truly not be a gauntlet without Immaculate Grid. We'll do today's Immaculate Grid. It's been so long. All right. We've got Eagles, Jags, Raiders, Jags, Jaguars 3,000 passing yard season. We've got Colts, Eagles, Colts, Raiders, Colts 3,000 passing yard season, Eagles Pro Bowl, Raiders Pro Bowl, and Pro Bowl 3,000 yard passing season. Let's cook, boys. All right. Off the bat for Eagles and Colts, we can get Hank Basket. I feel like I use Hank Basket a lot. Let's go. 2% Hank Basket. Jaguars, Raiders. Come back to that one. Eagles, Jaguars. We could get Nick Foles. Probably a little bit too obvious. We could get... we'll come back to that too. Let's knock out a few Pro Bowlers first. We're getting the gears. We're knocking some rust off the gears. All right. Eagles Pro Bowler. Let's get a crazy one. Did Jeremy Maclin ever make a Pro Bowl as an Eagle? He might have. He was pretty good for a minute. We could for sure get Deshaun Jackson. That's too easy. LaShawn McCoy is too easy. Brian Westbrook could get us a nice score. The forgotten Eagles back a little bit. We could get Evan Mathis for the O-line sickos. Let's get Evan Mathis. That'll be a good one. Let's go. 0.2% Evan Mathis. All right. Raiders Pro Bowl. How about Rodney Hudson? He had a great year in 2016 with them. Yeah, 0.6% Rodney Hudson, dude. Just farming O-line Pro Bowlers. Come on now. Let's go. Did Rodney Hudson play for the Colts too? Did he sneak on the Colts at the end? He did not. It was the Cardinals. That's what I'm thinking of. I was about to say, you could have gotten Rodney Hudson for the Colts too. Nope. Yeah, look at that. Come on now. Good player with the Chiefs too. He was pretty underrated with KC, but his career took off when he went to Oakland. That 2016 team was pretty nice. You could have also gotten Kalichi Osemele for Raiders Pro Bowler too, but I've used him too much. All right, let's see. Pro Bowl 3,000 yard passing season. Let's get Matt Castle, 2010 Pro Bowler. Come on, man. Let's go. Sam Darnold for bottom right. No, we don't need to do that. It's okay. I do remember the good times, but we're going to have good times with K1 now. Trust. All right. Colts 3,000 yard passing season. The obvious ones are Peyton Manning, Johnny Unitas, Andrew Luck, Phillip Rivers. We could throw in a little Jacoby Brissett. Maybe. Let's do it. Let's go. We had to, dude. We'd been trying to shoehorn him in so much. We had to. Oh, my king got paid. I can't believe I didn't even talk about that. GOAT finally got paid. You know what? Everyone is pro player until Jacoby Brissett asks for a little bit more money, and everyone's like, ha ha, so stupid. No, you know what? He has been sent out to die by like the last 4 teams that have taken him on. Get your bag, young man. Get your bag. All right. Jaguars 3,000 yard passing season. We could get Trevor Lawrence for sure. We could get Blake Bortles for sure. Maybe Gardner Minshew. Mark Brunell for sure. David Garrard for sure. This one is tough because Jaguars are a relatively young team. I feel like David Garrard is probably the most obscure one. 12%. See, that's tough because like there's just only so many options to choose from. I love how you've already given up on JJ. Some might say it's an organization's fault when a QB doesn't work. Yeah, I wonder who said that, dude. I've got my whole soapbox on this whole situation that I'll probably get into next stream because I've already complained about the Vikings enough already today. But look, I'm not saying that I've like completely given up on him, but I've said this so many times. Like the situation we're in right now does not call for us spending another year being like, let's see if he's good. Not even if he's good. Let's see if he can handle it, you know? Let's see if he's so bad that Justin Jefferson will ask for a trade. Like that's the downside, you know? Like Jefferson needs to get his game off a little bit. And you know, Maybe a little bit of it is on the organization. But you know what? They call me a madman for even suggesting it. Anyways. Sidney Jones for top left. Beautiful. Yeah, I would not have come up with that on my own. We'll take a little Jack hint, a.k.a. just telling me Sidney Jones. 0.6%. Come on now. Raiders, Jaguars. Maurice Jones-Drew. Too obvious, though. Too obvious. Everyone's going to say Maurice Jones-Drew. And that leaves us with a secret second player that I haven't thought of yet. Nick Foles for Raiders Colts. Did he play for the Raiders? No, that doesn't sound right. No. Raiders Colts, man. Who we getting? Jacoby Myers. Yeah, that would make sense. Low-key, I feel like MGD might be a lower percentage than Jacoby Myers. Gardner Minshew as well. Minshew could work for either of these. Let's do Gardner Minshew for Colts Raiders. I think Gardner Minshew on the Colts kind of flies under the radar occasionally. Ah, crap. That's fine. Let's do Maurice Jones-Drew. Great player. You have to have the hyphen in his name. 30%. Man, I really screwed the pooch with those last two. That's tough. But all things considered, we'll take that. 76 rarity score. We'll take that. Nice. All right, let's see if we can do one more here before we wrap things up. Let's see. I don't know. Caden, is there any that I haven't gotten to yet that you like really wanted me to see? Is there a really interesting one that you want me to get to before we wrap things up here? I'm curious, Caden. You're the one that like, you're the curator. You're the tastemaker here. Is there something you've been waiting for? Like, oh, please, doctor, click on this one. Click on this one. Should have listened to me. I know, man. I know. That's on me. Flew too close to the sun yet again. We're back to water today. I know a few streams ago, I was touting the wonders of Coke Zero. I stand by that, but we're back to water today. You'll browse one of the game hubs. There's multiple options on some of those sites. All right, let's check out a game hub. How about that? All right, let's see. What do we got here? Let's check out this hub. Let's check out the hub. Sorry. Oh, wow. We've got to fix the franchise type of thing. We've got to name the player. Oh, the journeyman. Stat match. Oh, I like that. Let's do stat match. Let's do stat match. Oh. It was not meant to be. Let's try the journeyman. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. The journeyman. Guess the player from his career path. All right. Wait, no games available. I have to make an account. Sorry, man. Sorry, stick to the model. I'm not giving you my email, unfortunately. All right, let's find another one. Thanks for tuning in, Jack. I appreciate it, man. See you soon as well. Let's go. All right. You know what? Well, let's see if we can find another one from this hub that works. Where'd he go? I like the where'd he go vibes. That was nice. Neil Smith. Bruh. Choice as it is. Arkansas Pine Bluff. Shoot. Ty Warren. Oh, I know Ty Warren. I don't know where he went, though. I love Ty Warren. I'm clearly a fake Ty Warren fan. A&M. Nice. All right. Joe Johnson. Yeah, we're going back to the first hub. All right. Well, we got to end on a good one, man. We got to end on something better than that. All right. Let's see what we got here. You know, let's end on a sicko trivia. It's only right. We'll end on a sicko trivia. I wish I could go back and do like previous Vikings ones. I don't think they've added that though. That's okay. Oh, but I feel like, see, here's the thing. I've done the fantasy one and I've done the Vikings one. I would not do very well on all the other ones. Let's do something else. Let's do something else. Let's try this one again. I like this one. This one's nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. This is a little hub. That's crazy. What does that have to do with this? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's do name that guy again. Crotch grab celebration, Marshawn Lynch. Wait, I suppose I haven't done name that guy yet. This is Marshawn Lynch. Beautiful. Oh, that's fine. I don't need to sign up. Can I brag a little? Okay. All right. Cool. We'll go out on one more thing here. Let's see. You know, let's do stat pad. Nah, we've done stat pad all the time. Let's try this one. Try and move the chains against the timer. All right. Punch it in for a touchdown. Let's give it a shot. Which QB nicknamed the Sheriff? Peyton Manning. Who had more passing yards in 2020, Breeze or Stafford? Stafford. Let's go. Tight end drafted in 2021. Second round, I'm thinking Freiermuth. Yep. Let's go. 4 led in passing touchdowns in 2021. Brady. Brady was nuts in 2021. Rank these 4 by rushing touchdowns in 2016? Bro. Zeke for sure. I'm going to say Ivory. And then low-key Rob Kelly. No! For just a perfect 17-0 with the Dolphins. Pocket Hercules, got to be MJD. Full circle. Who had more carries in 2021? Loki, it's got to be Foreman. No! Oh. That could be Aaron Jones or Alvin Kamara. Who did not play for the Commanders? Burks did. Bill Krosky-Merritt, Austin Hooper. Passing yards in 2023, most to fewest. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Okay, Geno's 1. Hurts is 2. Browning Pickett. No! Dang it. Who let in catches out of these 4? This is insane. It's Darnell Mooney. No, it's Hopkins. I didn't even see D-Hop. Who's not a tight end? Pacheco. Darren Waller. Because he's a receiver. Oh, I know this one. It's the Vikings. Oh, came for which team? It was against us. Touchdown, then settled for a field goal. Nice. I like that one. I like the rapid fire type of stuff like that. That was awesome. All right, man. It's 9:38. We've had a good time here. Thank you so much, Caden, for putting these together. This was a fun little casual chill stream, and it was nice to talk some news too, right? We got to get into some injuries. I mean, that maybe wasn't fun, but we got to do some contract talk as well. We got to put on our tinfoil hats a tiny bit. But, dude, I'm excited for football to be back. It's been a long time coming. I've really been getting the itch. Thanks again, Caden, for putting together the ultimate NFL Trivia Gauntlet. I really do feel like Sheen with his brain expanding now. I'm just so full of knowledge after doing all this. But that was a lot of fun, man. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And to anyone who might be watching the VOD later, I appreciate you as well. We'll be back sometime soon. I'll keep you posted as to when. But we've got a few more things we want to hit this offseason. But until then, y'all take care, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good weekend. And until next time, the doctor is out.